Hello, everyone, and welcome. We are so excited you could be here today for what is truly a glimpse into the future of agriculture. For centuries, the art of making tea has been this beautiful balance of tradition and human intuition. Well, today, we're going to infuse that tradition with the incredible power of technology.
But first, let's just start with a question of scale. How do you ensure quality in a harvest of 1 billion tea leaves? And look, that's not some hypothetical number. That's the reality for tea producers every single day. How do you possibly find those perfect leaves, the ones that make the perfect cup, when they're hidden in a sea of billions?
For generations, the answer has been this, the manual method. You have these highly trained experts meticulously, and I mean meticulously, sorting leaves by hand. And they are incredibly reliable, no question. But just look at that time column. That number right there, 16.3 minutes on average. That's for just half a kilogram. That is a massive bottleneck.
And that bottleneck creates this fundamental problem in the entire production chain. It forces this trade-off between quality and speed that honestly the industry has just had to accept. It's always been a compromise between perfection and productivity.
We believe that compromise is no longer necessary. We believe you can and you should have both.
So today, I am incredibly proud to introduce the Tea Leaf Classifier Machine. We call it the TLCM, and it is the definitive answer to that challenge of maintaining quality at scale.
So what exactly is it? Well, the TLCM is an AI-powered system that combines some amazing precision mechanics with what you could call a deep learning brain. It automatically sorts, it classifies, and it counts fresh tea leaves with a level of speed and accuracy that, frankly, was unimaginable until now.
So the big question is, how does it all work? Let's take a little journey through the machine. We'll follow the path of a single tea leaf, starting with the physical sorting process.
Okay, this slide gives you the entire journey at a glance. It all starts when we unload the leaves. Then a vibratory feeder and a really clever spacer conveyor system go to work. In just 4 quick steps, we transform a tangled, cluttered heap of leaves into this perfectly organized stream, all ready for our AI to analyze.
It really does begin gently. The leaves are loaded onto the feed control belt, and from there, they move to the linear vibratory feeder. Now, this step is absolutely critical. Using these very carefully controlled vibrations, it breaks down the damp, tangled clumps of leaves into a single uniform layer. And it does it all without damaging the delicate product.
Now, this is one of my favorite parts. What's so cool here is the elegant simplicity of this next step. The leaves move onto a series of 3 conveyors, and each one is moving just a little bit faster than the last. This speed difference naturally pulls the leaves apart, creating perfect spacing so the camera can get a crystal clear, unobstructed view of every single one. It's just simple physics, but applied brilliantly.
All right, so now the leaves are perfectly spaced out, and they arrive at the heart of the TLCM. The AI sorting engine. This is where they pass under the eye of our digital expert.
And let me tell you, this expert wasn't born overnight. As you can see right here, this is a result of years of research, development, and constant refinement. We've worked our way through multiple generations of AI models, from early versions of YOLO all the way to the highly optimized YOLO V8 that powers the machine today.
So how do you train an expert like this? Well, with data, a massive amount of it. Our model has been trained on almost 6,000 images containing over 41,000 individually labeled leaves across 9 distinct classes. Everything from the prized 1 bud and 2 leaves to the lower quality Bonji. And this chart just brilliantly illustrates the diversity of that training. Our data set actually mirrors the real-world distribution you'd find in a typical harvest. And that ensures our AI isn't just some lab prodigy, it's a field-tested veteran, ready to handle the natural variations of any batch you throw at it.
So all this tech sounds impressive, right? But how well does it actually perform when it really counts? Let's get into the numbers.
Here it is. The manual method, which has always been the gold standard for accuracy, took 16.3 minutes to sort our half-kilo sample. The TLCM, it did the exact same job in just over 2 minutes. The difference is just staggering. Let me put that another way. The TLCM is 800% faster than a human expert. This isn't just a small improvement, it's a complete transformation of the entire workflow. What used to take a whole afternoon can now be done before your first tea break. But what about accuracy, right? Speed is totally useless if the quality isn't there. Well, when we compared the TLCM's results to the absolute ground truth established by our human experts, the margin of error was a mere 2.82%.
We are delivering revolutionary speed without sacrificing quality.
And you don't have to just take my word for it. Our own project conclusion report is completely transparent about this. It says, sure, the manual count is slightly more reliable, but it also takes 800% more time. And it concludes that the TLCM can be safely deployed in factories to get quicker results. So what does this all mean? What's the big picture? Well, this is about so much more than just one machine. This is about elevating the entire tea industry.
The advantage of the TLCM is crystal clear. We're not just slashing sorting time. We're ensuring a consistent, objective standard of quality for every single batch. We're freeing up your most skilled workers from that tedious manual labor so they can focus on higher value tasks like tasting and blending. And for the very first time, we're providing real, hard data on every harvest, turning guesswork into actionable insight.
The Tea Leaf Classifier Machine, this is just the beginning. It's proof that we can bring unprecedented efficiency and intelligence to even the most traditional industries. And it leaves us with one final, really exciting question. What's next? What other huge agricultural challenges can we solve when we combine human ingenuity with the power of artificial intelligence? Thank you.